In this video, I'm going to provide the feedback for your CELPIP writing. Yes. So this video is going to be one of the most important videos for your CELPIP preparation, especially if you're struggling with writing. Because today I'm not just going to teach you how to write, I'm going to show you real exam level answers. We are going to analyze them deeply, and I'm going to give you honest examiner style feedback. So this is not a theory lesson. This is like sitting next to a teacher who's correcting your paper and telling you exactly what is working, which one is weak, and what you need to change to move from an average score to a high score. So stay with me till the end because the difference you see today will completely change how you approach self-help writing. Before we jump into answers, I want you to understand something very important. In the self test writing section, your answer is not judged based on grammar. Yes, not just on grammar. Yes, it is evaluated based on how clearly you answer the task, how logically you organize your ideas, how naturally you use vocabulary, and finally, how effectively you communicate your message. And here's the truth, most students they don't even realize. Let me tell you that. You don't need perfect English. You need clear, structured, natural English. So let's go into the examples. This is the part one scenario. You recently purchased a laptop from an online store for your work. After using it for a few days, you noticed several issues such as overheating, slow performance, and unexpected shutdowns. You contacted customer support, but their response was delayed and not helpful. You need to write an email to the company manager explaining the situation. And in your email, you have to describe the problems with the laptop, explain your experience with customer service, request a suitable solution. Okay, now let me give you the sample answer for this. If you want, you can just pause the video, try to read it by yourself, and then you can have some ideas about this response. So let me read it for you. Hello, sir. I'm writing this email regarding the laptop I purchased from your online store last week. I'm facing some issues with it. The laptop is getting heated very quickly and sometimes it becomes very slow. Also, it shuts down automatically without any reason, which is very frustrating for me because I'm using it for my office work. I contacted your customer support team, but they did not respond it properly. I had to wait for a long time, and even after that, they did not give me a proper solution. I'm not satisfied with the service. I request you to please replace the laptop or give me a refund as soon as possible. I hope you will take action quickly. Thank you. So, this is the sample response. And what have you noticed about this? At first glance, this answer looks okay. It is understandable. The student has attempted all points, but this is a mid-band answer. I'll tell you why. If you see the content, yes, all points are covered. Problem, support experience, request, whatever they have asked in the question that has been covered. But the explanation is quite basic. This one lacks depth and clarity. And if you see the vocabulary usage, words like very slow, very frustrating, not satisfied. So these are getting repeated again and again and sounds very simple. There is no variation or precision. And the tone. The tone, if you have noticed, it is slightly informal and direct. I request you to please sounds basic, right? Not professional. And if you look at the sentence structure, mostly simple sentences. You cannot find any variety here and no strong connector usage also. And the impact. Yes, the email communicates the problem, but it does not sound strong. It doesn't sound professional or convincing. So this will stay in a medium score range. Now let me give you another response for the same scenario. I'm writing to formally express my dissatisfaction with the laptop I recently purchased from your online store. Approximately 1 week ago, while I initially had high expectations for the product, I regret to inform you that my experience has been far from satisfactory. Within just a few days of use, I began to encounter several technical issues. The device tends to overheat significantly even during basic tasks, which raises serious concern about its performance and durability. In addition to this, the system frequently experiences slow processing speeds, making it extremely difficult to complete my professional responsibilities efficiently. Most concerning, however, is the fact that the laptop shuts down unexpectedly without any warning, causing disruption to my work and potential data loss. In an attempt to resolve these issues, I reached out to your customer support team. Unfortunately, the response I received was both delayed and unhelpful. Despite waiting for an extended period, I was not provided with any effective solution, which further added to my frustration. Given the circumstances, I kindly request that you arrange for either a replacement of the defective product or a full refit at your earliest convenience. I believe this would be a fair resolution considering the inconvenience caused. I look forward to your attempt response and a satisfactory resolution to this matter. Yours sincerely, you can give your name. Now, this will give you a high score. Do you know why? I'll tell you the difference. If you watch the tone, the entire tone that we have used here is professional, respectful, but still firm. This is exactly what CELPIP expects. Okay? And if you see the vocabulary, not so complicated, but effective. The phrases such as formally express my dissatisfaction, encounter several technical issues, extremely difficult to complete my professional responsibilities. So you can find out the phrases that we have used, right? And structure, we have clear paragraphs. The first one is the introduction, then the problem, then the support issue, the request, and finally the closing. Got it? So we followed an appropriate structure here, and each problem is explained properly, not just mentioned. So you know the difference between mentioning and explaining, right? When it comes to the problem, then you have to explain it, not just to mention. When it comes to impact, this email sounds like something a real professional would write. This is what pushes your score into high band. Okay? So follow these techniques. Now, the next one for part two, opinion task. So here is the scenario. Some people believe that working from home leads to higher productivity, while others argue that working in an office environment is more effective. Which do you prefer and why? You have to provide reasons and examples to support your opinion. So let me give the answer here. So you can just pause the video, kindly read the entire response, and then you can come up with your opinion whether you'll be getting a high score or an average score. Now, let me explain you. This one, again, not wrong, but not strong also. I'll tell you why. If you see the ideas, they are too general and the vocabulary is repetitive. The words like better, comfortable, easy, it's so much repetitive, right? And no strong example is given. You cannot find the depth in this response. So this will not reach a high score. Got it? Now let me give you a detailed explanation here. Again, I would request you to pause it, kindly read the response completely. Then you will understand the difference. Okay? Now, let me give my explanation here why this will get you the high score. In my opinion, working from home is a far more effective and practical approach compared to working in a traditional office environment. So, here in the beginning of the passage itself, we have started and we have stated our opinion very clearly. Got it? And the usage of strong vocabulary, if you see the vocabularies, it's not so difficult but precise. And we have included the examples. Okay. For instance, some individuals perform better in the early morning while others may be more productive later. So we have given some examples. And if you see, you can find the balanced discussion in the overall passage. Yes. And of course, the logical flow. the structure of the paragraph that push you to the high score. So this is exactly how high scorers write. Now, here is what you need to do after the video. When you write, don't aim for perfection. You have to aim for improvement in your practice. After writing, you should ask yourself, can I improve two words? Can I make one sentence clearer? Can I add one example? That's it. Small changes, then big score difference. So today you did not just learn writing, you learned how to see your writing like an examiner. And once you develop that skill, your score will automatically improve. That's all for today's video. Start practicing, start analyzing, and most importantly, start improving. Bye bye.